We have two that are not here with us today, Jacoby and Natalie, but I think everybody else is here. So I just want to kind of give an overview of the trip. Yeah, Gary, come on. July 15th, we left here at about a little after 8, and we were heading for Mountain City. This is the group that went. This is the amazing bus we had. We called her White Lightning. It was a good bus. She got us down there and back, and everybody's safe. But we went down, and we were in contact with First Christian Church, which is FCC for short. And they jumped into action right away, and they started a long-term recovery group, taking charge of the long-term recovery group, and he's been done. They scheduled it out, and then
And then, Maria, you want to share what you guys did with the clothing?
So, the basement that we were working in, I don't have a picture of their store, but yeah, so we sorted clothes and sorted clothes and sorted clothes, and then helped them organize some of it upstairs in their pregnancy center. So yeah, that was
the bridge that you can see in this picture. So they used to have a bridge. There's a youth building to the left of this bridge, and on the front side of the youth building there was a bridge that they used to cross the river. And when all the flooding came, that bridge washed away. And so the week before we came down, they finished this bridge, and it's actually a semi-trailer that they laid over the river, and then they put these timbers on top of it. So we had devotions out here every morning, ate most of our meals out there because there was zero room in the house to gather. But it was good. It was peaceful, and yeah, it was great. We went to, let me find a picture here. So we went to this house. The plan was to do the insulation on the underside of this house because it had flooded and they had ripped the insulation out. But it rained the night before, and when we got there, it was a mess underneath. And so they came out. The lady that lives there comes out, and she starts talking about her deck. And there was a previous groups that had come down, and they had put on the deck boards, and they were in rough shape. Some of them were sticking up, and off. And then we squared it up, support in the middle, and so that was a good day. That took all day, but we were able to finish it up. And while the girls cleaned the inside of her house, they did a lot on the inside, cleaning everything, scraping out the tile shower, and there was lime scale on it from the water that flooded her house. There was water like chest high in her house, and she's had 19 groups there, and they had just remodeled before the flood, and so the inside was all new, and then it flooded, and then they ripped everything back out and redid it again. But she actually, the lady that lives here, she volunteered at the long-term recovery building. And so the donations that you guys donated money to, that we were able to buy, all those donations that you guys saw, that went to the long-term recovery building. And she, since she works there, she went to work that morning, and we had just donated the items. And then when she came back, she was blessed with a sweeper and some cleaning items. And so it was good to see that stuff in action. Do you want to share about the shower in the house?
The Hope House, I don't know if you have a picture of it or not, but the Hope House had one working toilet and no shower. It needed fixed So it had some broken out. The Dwayne, he was like, just put the tiles back in place and grout around it, and then you guys can. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it is. The bus is as big as the house. So I think it was Obi and Jacoby, they tore out the tiles. Because I said, well, they were all broken up pieces of tile, and so to match anything out was next to impossible. So I said, can we just take the tile out and we'll put a new surround around it? And he was like, sounds like a great idea. So we got the shower working, and we used it the last 2 days that we were there. So that was a blessing for the next group. Us a couple days. So, had to have a little fun with the caulk. Leave the mark. The one day, Leon, Gary, you want to share about the roof, or Myron?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. We had a lot of fun doing that. We goofed around quite a bit. Like,
Yeah, yeah, this was on the list, but it did not get fixed. So this was at Grandfather Mountain. On the last day, we had a fun day, and we went and visited Grandfather Mountain. That was just into North Carolina, right? I believe. But yeah, we were able to go. We went over the Mile High Bridge, swinging bridge, and it was just beautiful.
The bus did make it to the top.
Yeah, in low gear, it was pushing it. This is some other pictures from at the bottom. It's Kenny and Nate at the edge. We also went, and on the way home from Grandfather Mountain, we stopped at the Copperhead Road memorial thing they have there. But it was pretty cool to. There's no signs on that road because people steal them. So it was all off of Google Maps to try to find it. But let's see. We installed a door in the basement, and then cleaned the basement out. It was kind of slower in the beginning, trying to get things around. They really wanted that basement done to start with.
3 other groups had already finished it.
So
and then Dwayne was like, we want it finished.
Yeah.
So we were like,
You're not going anywhere till this one's done. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, man.
that's the living room right there.
Yep.
Here, I'll go through the pictures of the house.
Okay, perfect. We'll just show some of the pictures of the house and each room. Oh, yeah, all the guys slept in the living room. So it was Myron, Jacoby, Gary, Nate, and Ryan. They had a window AC, and so it felt really good in that room. That's the girls' bunk room. This is where Steve and Marie and their family slept. There's lots of walking room. The door did not close.
The door would not close. There's a mattress. Yep.
That's where me and Maria's room was. Where's the hallway?
Yeah. Kenny and Katora slept in the front doorway.
Yes. Yep. But it was great. It really was. It was a good experience to be. It was good that we were all packed in there, and like Steve said, everybody had a great attitude, and it just flowed. There was a couple from First Christian Church that opened up their pool for us the one night, and so we got to go over and have a pool party, and it was a good time.
Many laughs.
Yeah.
I would just like to thank anyone that made a breakfast casserole to send down. That was a big blessing. Do you want to share about that?
Yes, that was amazing. I would get up in the morning and our oven was so old I had to Google how to use it. But it worked. It worked. And the casseroles were a huge, huge blessing. And all the cookies and all the baked goods, like everything everybody made and sent along was huge. Because I could get up, put everything in the oven and get it all ready, and then the others could all go shower, get ready, whatever they want to do in the morning. And then by 7:30, like our food was ready, and we all ate breakfast. And
then you fixed sandwiches and
yes, we went through 6 loaves of bread, 18 pounds of meat and cheese in 3 days. And that was just lunch. But we have an amazing, amazing group of, they're not just kids, but group of people that went with us, girls, boys, everybody did such a good job. And it was,
You got something, Leah? I just thought you were reaching for the mic. What else? Do you guys have any questions? Copperhead Road, the song that Steve Earle wrote. No, we're okay. That might have been. Isaac says no. It's a song about Copperhead Road. They used to make stuff. Daryl might know what. He's from Tennessee. It's clear. There we go. That's the Hope House. Yep. With the church in the back. So yeah, a little bit bigger than the bus. And then where the red carport is, that house had one shower, and then the church had one shower, scorching hot shower, till I broke the handle off and kind of mixed it a little bit. But yeah. What other?
At the end, we'll put this back up as a slideshow, and then
There we go.
the service, and we'll just have the pictures go, and we'll ask you to come up.
There was something else, but
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Leah, did you have something now? Gary? No. It was a great week. Thanks for what you guys contributed to the trip. So, thank you.
Okay. I think it's already about 11:45, right? And so I don't know. There's nothing I could say that's going to add to the service at this point. So I'm going to have so if the children want to stay up here, I'm going to put the worship team on the spot. If you want to come back, listen, this morning we've talked about marriages that can be restored. We've talked about renewing our mind. We've talked about giving of our time. You guys realize we showed pictures, or they showed pictures of that house, and that's probably better than about half of the people in the world sleep at night. I mean, that's the reality, maybe even 2/3. We're very, very blessed. And so there's nothing that I can say to add this morning. It would just be, yeah. So y'all can have Sunday off from me preaching. I'll preach it Missy. I'll preach it next Sunday, and I'll add more notes just because you clapped when I said I wasn't going to preach. But I was going to talk about confidence, and as we've been talking about identity, and our identity, once we have it in Christ, it leads to confidence. But the end result of that is action. And we're seeing that with action. We're seeing that with once we get our identity in Christ, it leads to action. So, I don't know, do 2 or 3 songs, and the altar is open, and Leon, you can close it out as you see fit. And we'll just worship the Lord this morning as we close out the service.